First and foremost, before we get into it too far, yes, I know I usually do these on Mondays if I get the chance, and I really have no good excuse other than I was just in a really bad mood for most of Sunday and Monday, and I can't really explain why, but I just did not feel motivated to pick up the camera and talk about the movie I just got through seeing. And it wasn't even the movie's fault, I assure you. This is completely unrelated and just uninteresting to anybody who wants the review, so just sorry, I'm getting to it late, but better late than never, right? So, yeah. I saw Suicide Squad the other day. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right out the gate. I was not looking forward to the Suicide Squad with James Gunn behind it. And it really had nothing to do with James Gunn. I mean, he's made some stuff I like, and he's made some stuff I don't like. I still have nightmares about playing zombie baseball and Lollipop Chainsaw, while simultaneously I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy movies were fine. The second one in particular is probably the best of the two, and I don't know if they're ever going to go through with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I'm sure that one will be interesting to look at too. Also, the dude did a lot of trauma work, so you know he is suited for a movie that's basically just a bloodbath from start to finish. I think one of the reasons I was not looking forward to this movie was because I assumed it was going to be a sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad with David Ayers as the director/writer/dude behind the scenes. And if I'm being entirely honest, that movie absolutely sucked out loud. Everybody agrees, and everybody who isn't a robot on Twitter agrees that we don't need a 4-hour-long cut of the exact same fucking movie that sucked the first time. Seriously, stop it. Bury the Ayers cut. What we ended up getting instead was kind of a reboot, you know, kind of a let's start over. I mean, they still have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn because, let's be honest, you can't have a Suicide Squad movie without Harley Quinn, apparently. Also, everybody is just absolutely obsessed with Harley Quinn anymore, and I'm not saying I don't see why, because I do see why. Harley Quinn is a fun character. It's like the Joker, but like, you know, more playful in its homicidal insanity in a weird way. I'm also not entirely sure how many people love Harley Quinn so much as they just love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Like, okay, yeah, Margot Robbie is one of the best actresses for Harley Quinn. She plays a very believable Harley Quinn. She's got talent, you know, she's got charisma. She has very nice theatrical chemistry with the other members of the cast. Don't judge me! Do I even need to talk about the plot of the movie? Because the plot is basically just there to justify all this chaos going on screen in the first place. It has something to do with I am assuming, fictional country, assuming a new dictatorship government that's not very friendly to America. And the Suicide Squad are going in there to basically bust up the joint and destroy a new science project that ultimately results in a giant kaiju battle. But much like your average porn, you're not watching this movie for the plot. You're watching it for the chaos, you're watching it for the death and the destruction and the tee-hee, look at all this dark comedy going on screen. As I said earlier, I know everybody loves Harley Quinn, or they at least love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and again, I'm not disparaging you from that, but for me, the MVP was kind of a toss-up between King Shark and Polka Dot Man. King Shark is hilarious. Like, I don't know what it is about King Shark. Maybe it's because he's being voiced by Sylvester Stallone, of all people. And Sylvester Stallone just, I swear to God, has the perfect derp voice for characters like King Shark, who's all, "Me smart, me read book." He realizes he's holding it upside down, right? And I don't question it. Polka Dot Man, in his own little weird, sad sack, I imagine everybody I kill is my mom kind of way, was like the big surprise of the movie. Like, I was not expecting to like this guy. I mean, Polka Dot Man? I mean, what the fuck is his power? Does he kill people with polka dots? And it actually turns out, yeah, that's exactly what he does, and it's surprisingly effective. At least against normal people, not so much the kaiju, but that's spoiler territory. I honestly have yet to find anyone that has anything negative to say about this movie. I mean, at absolute worst, I saw somebody go on a bit of a rant about how Harley Quinn being taken hostage and just going along with being proposed to and being a new bride and becoming the queen of a dictator who really has his own ambitions and all that is just another example of toxic masculinity and how, you know, derp-a-derp, you know, strong independent women don't do this, derp-a-derp. And even if you don't like superhero movies, you should definitely check this one out. This one right here is just balls to the wall insanity. And you really don't need a crash course in any superhero fiction to get into it. They do a really good job of making sure that everyone from the most devout DC Comics fan to the regular schmuck who can't even spell comic can enjoy this movie, as long as they're into ultra violence. And I say go for it. You know, this is a good movie. I enjoyed my time with it. Overall, I'm going to give it 4 hats out of 4. Polka Dot Man, I've never even heard of Polka Dot Man. I thought they were making that shit up, but then I actually saw Suicide Squad, and yeah, there's a Pokemon. Pokemon?